At my cousin's wedding, her jealous ex-friend snatched the mic and screamed, "I only spread those rumors about her cheating because she rejected me." Everyone froze. She thought admitting the lie would earn pity. Instead, the groom's family, who had already live-streamed the reception to their hometown, immediately sued her for defamation. Footage of her confession got uploaded to TikTok, and within a day, she lost her job, her friends, and any chance of saving face. This happened last year in Dallas, Texas. My cousin Marissa finally got married. She and her now husband Devin had been through hell together. Not just the normal couple stuff, I mean real, ugly drama, lies, betrayal, and one very unstable woman who almost destroyed everything. Marissa and I grew up close. She's more like a sister than a cousin. Devin came into her life about 5 years ago, and from day one, I could tell he was serious about her. They were one of those couples that didn't do drama. No screaming fights. No weird breakups. Just steady, real love. So when all the cheating rumors started, it didn't make any sense. At first, it was just Devin acting cold. He started canceling plans with her, showing up late, not answering texts. Then came the questions. He asked her about a message he saw on her phone, something about last night was a mistake. She was confused, told him she never sent anything like that. He didn't believe her. Then it got worse. Someone, and we didn't know who at the time, started sending Devin's brother screenshots. Supposedly texts between Marissa and another guy. Messages like, "Don't tell Devin," and "He'll never find out." Then someone told Devin's mom they saw Marissa out late at a bar with another man. Even Devin's aunt got involved, sending him screenshots from a fake Instagram profile that looked just like Marissa's, only it had photos of her kissing a guy who wasn't Devin. Devin started shutting down. He pulled away from her completely. She tried to talk to him, begged him to look at her phone, to listen to her. He didn't want to hear it. He thought he was being played. And this went on for months. I never believed it. I know who Marissa is. She's loyal. She's honest to a fault. She doesn't lie, even when it would be easier. But everyone else started to believe the worst. Then came the night she called me crying, saying Devin was thinking of calling off the wedding. That's when we started digging. It didn't take long. The screenshots were too perfect, too clean. The fake Instagram account used her old college photos, which weren't even online anymore. Someone had saved them. Someone who knew her. Someone who used to be close to her. That's how we figured out it was Tara. Tara used to be Marissa's best friend. They did everything together in high school. Moved to Dallas at the same time. Lived together for a while after college. Then, when Marissa started dating Devin, everything changed. Tara got weird. Distant. Passive-aggressive. She'd make little jabs at Devin. Try to guilt Marissa into skipping date nights to hang out with her instead. At first, everyone just thought she was clingy. But then she crossed the line. One night, after way too many drinks, she told me she could have had Marissa if she wanted to. I remember the way she said it. Bitter, like she was angry at herself for losing a game she never had a chance to win. After that, Marissa slowly pulled away. Tara didn't take it well. So when Marissa and Devin patched things up and got back on track with the wedding, Tara wasn't invited. That didn't stop her from showing up. The wedding day was perfect. Beautiful weather. The ceremony was emotional. Devin cried, and Marissa laughed through her tears. You could feel how real their love was. The reception was set up in a fancy hall with hanging lights, white roses everywhere, and a live jazz band. Everyone was smiling, dancing, toasting. Then it all crashed. After dinner, the DJ opened the floor for speeches. The best man went up, said some funny stories, made everyone laugh. I spoke as maid of honor, talked about how much Marissa meant to me and how proud I was of her. Right as I handed the mic back to the DJ, Tara appeared. She walked right up to the DJ booth in this deep red dress, grabbed the mic out of his hand, and stood in the middle of the dance floor like it was her stage. People looked confused. Some clapped politely, not knowing who she was. Then she started yelling. "I know I wasn't invited," she said, voice shaking. "But I have something to say." The room froze. I only spread those rumors about Marissa cheating because she rejected me. Everyone went dead silent. I was in love with her. She screamed, her voice breaking. And she chose him. She acted like I didn't matter. So I made her feel what I felt. I lied. I made up all of it. The texts, the DMs, the photos, all fake. I wanted her to hurt like I hurt. She was crying by the end, hands shaking, looking around, waiting for applause or sympathy. But no one moved. Then Devin's mom stood up from her seat and said, "Cold as ice, it's all being live-streamed. The whole thing. To the church in Lubbock." She turned to her sister and said, "That's evidence." Tara just stared, realizing what she'd done. Devin's uncle is a lawyer. He walked straight over to Tara and said, "You just confessed to defamation. In front of 200 people. On camera." Tara started stammering, trying to explain herself, but no one listened. Someone pulled the mic away. Security walked her out. The next morning, a clip of the whole thing was on TikTok. And it exploded. 20 million views. People tagging her name. Her job, gone by noon. She worked in marketing. She was the face of a small brand. Her bosses didn't even wait for an explanation. They issued a statement, fired her, and deleted all posts that included her face. By the end of the week, Devin's family filed a lawsuit for defamation and emotional distress. The videos were submitted as evidence. So were the fake screenshots she'd sent from burner accounts. But that wasn't even the worst part. All her old friends saw the video. The people she used to hang out with. The ones who had once picked her over Marissa. They saw the truth, and they dropped her instantly. No calls. No texts. She posted a tearful apology on her old Instagram, and the comments were brutal. The girl who thought she could destroy someone else's life because she got rejected had finally destroyed her own. And no one felt bad. After the wedding disaster, we thought it was over. Everyone figured Tara had already hit rock bottom, fired, shamed, sued. But people like her, they don't give up easy. They don't just go away. At first, she went quiet. Disappeared from social media. Stopped responding to anyone. The court papers were sent to her apartment, but she didn't sign for them. Devin's dad had to get a process server involved. Eventually, they tracked her down staying at her brother's house in Frisco. That's when things started to shift in a new direction. Tara hired a lawyer. We couldn't believe it. After admitting on camera that she lied and made everything up, she actually got legal representation. And not just some back alley type. Her lawyer was slick, young, loud, and loved attention. The kind that probably saw the TikTok views and smelled a shot at the spotlight. They filed a response to the lawsuit claiming Tara had a mental health crisis and was emotionally unstable at the time. The lawyer argued the speech at the wedding wasn't a confession. It was a cry for help, taken out of context. They tried to claim it was performance art, that she wasn't trying to hurt anyone, just expressing pain. The worst part? Some people started to buy it. Online, the clip got reposted again with new titles. Mental health meltdown at wedding, or she just needed someone to listen. People who didn't know the full story started defending her, saying Devin's family was too harsh for suing someone who clearly needed help. But I knew better. This wasn't new. This wasn't a one-time breakdown. This was who Tara had always been. She'd been manipulating Marissa for years, gaslighting her, isolating her, trying to control her. When she couldn't have her, she tried to destroy her. Now she was playing the victim, again, and it was working. Marissa started getting hate messages on her own socials. People saying things like, "You ruined your friend's life over a misunderstanding," or "You're the real bully." It rattled her. She started second-guessing herself, asking if maybe she had been too cold with Tara, if maybe she should have done more to help her. But Devin wasn't having it. He doubled down on the lawsuit. He got depositions. He got her ex-co-workers to testify how Tara bragged about screwing up that perfect wedding. He pulled metadata from the fake screenshots. Turns out Tara had edited them herself, on her personal laptop, using a bootleg version of Photoshop. They had the file logs. Time-stamped. It was clear, this wasn't a meltdown. It was planned. But Tara still wouldn't quit. She filed a counterclaim. Said Marissa had led her on for years. Claimed they had a secret romantic relationship, and that Marissa used her, then dumped her for a man. None of it was true, but it was enough to drag things out. Devin's parents started getting nervous. Legal costs were climbing. Court dates kept getting pushed back. What should have been a clean, open-and-shut case was turning into a slow, grinding mess. And in the middle of all this, someone hacked Marissa's email. We found out when she got locked out of her wedding photo album. When we looked into it, we saw someone had reset her passwords, tried to wipe her shared drives, and even tried to log into her bank account. We filed a police report. The IP address came back to Tara's brother's house. Still, she denied everything. And that's when I decided to step in. I'd kept quiet long enough. But now I was done watching her drag Marissa through the mud. So I started digging into Tara's past. School records. Old social media. former roommates. And I found something. Something she never thought would come out. It started with a girl named Janelle. I found her name by going back through old Facebook comments on Marissa and Tara's photos from college. Janelle and Tara used to be roommates at the University of Texas at Arlington. They had a falling out that looked nasty. Janelle's name just stopped appearing one day. No tags, no likes, nothing. So I messaged her. She replied fast. Turns out, Janelle had been waiting for someone to ask. What she told me was enough to make my stomach turn. Back in their senior year, Janelle had been dating a guy named Malik. Quiet, sweet, a pre-med student. One night, she got an anonymous message claiming Malik had cheated. Screenshots, like before. DMs that made him look shady. She broke up with him on the spot. Months later, she found out they were fake. The number they came from? A burner account linked to a backup phone Tara kept in their apartment. She confronted Tara. Tara denied everything. So Janelle moved out. Told the university. Nothing happened. But now, with a legal case already open and proof stacking up, this wasn't college drama anymore. This was a pattern. So I asked Janelle to write a sworn statement. She did. That was the turning point. Devin's lawyer added Janelle's statement to the defamation case. It proved that Tara had done this exact thing before, same method, same motive, same emotional abuse. Only this time, it had gone further. This time, it had nearly destroyed a marriage and cost someone their mental health. Tara's lawyer tried to block the statement, saying it was irrelevant to the current case. The judge disagreed, said it showed a history of manipulative conduct. Suddenly, the court was listening in a new way. But Tara still wasn't finished. 3 days later, a burner Twitter account posted a fake, affair confession, supposedly from Marissa. A blurry photo. A screenshot of a notes app with lines like, "I'm sorry for lying to Devin. I didn't mean for it to go this far." It looked fake, but it spread. By the time we got it taken down, it had 18,000 retweets. People were accusing Marissa all over again. Devin's job even got a complaint email sent to HR, saying he was supporting a liar and harassing a vulnerable ex-friend. That's when Devin lost it. Not emotionally, legally. He filed a restraining order. Tara was served the next morning. And her reaction? She showed up outside Marissa and Devin's apartment. In the rain. With flowers. Security footage caught it. She stood there for over an hour, crying, pacing, talking to herself. When the police arrived, she didn't even fight them. She just sat down on the curb, soaked to the bone, and said, "I just wanted to say goodbye." The officer called it one of the creepiest things he'd ever seen. She got taken in for violating the restraining order. And finally, the court realized this wasn't just about lies. This was about obsession. But that still wasn't the end. Because during discovery for the case, Tara's old phone was subpoenaed. And what we found on it changed everything. The phone was old, beat up, and locked with a passcode Tara had forgotten. But the court ordered a forensic tech to unlock it, and when they did, the truth came spilling out, text by text, photo by photo, recording by recording. She had documented everything. Not just the lies, but the planning. We found folders named The Wreck Plan, and she deserves this. Inside were step-by-step plans to frame Marissa. Notes about which fake accounts to use. A list of Devin's relatives and what kind of messages to send them. Drafts of fake DMs. Edited photos saved under names like blackmail_ready.png. She'd even recorded a voice memo to herself a few months before the wedding. In it, she said, "If this works, she'll either break down and come back to me, or she'll end up alone like she deserves." That was the nail in the coffin. Her lawyer quit 2 days after that. Just walked out of court, didn't say a word. Tara tried to represent herself after that, but the judge had seen enough. The restraining order became permanent. She was found liable for defamation, harassment, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. She owed over $200,000 in damages to Marissa and Devin and another $50,000 in legal fees. She didn't have the money, obviously. She ended up selling her car, her furniture, and finally moved in with an aunt out in Amarillo, who only agreed to take her in because family is family. But it didn't end cleanly for us either. Marissa changed after all this. She still married Devin. They're happy, but different. She has nightmares sometimes. She stopped using social media. Won't even take selfies. It's like the internet turned into a weapon, and she can't trust it anymore. Devin left his job too. Said the HR drama and viral attention was too much. They moved to Fort Worth to start fresh. As for me, I got dragged into it deeper than I planned. I helped dig, helped find Janelle, helped expose it all. But I didn't know Marissa was still holding on to something. Something I did. See, back when the rumors first started, before we figured out it was Tara, I told Devin to be careful. I told him, where there's smoke, there's usually fire. I didn't accuse her, but I planted the seed. When Marissa found out, she didn't yell. She just looked at me like I was a stranger. Said, I expected that from everyone else, not you. It took her months to forgive me. I think part of her still hasn't. So yeah, Tara destroyed her own life trying to ruin Marissa's. She lost her friends, her job, her name, and her future. No one pities her. No one visits. That video of her confession still gets reposted with comments like, "This is why some people don't get invited to weddings." But the truth is, revenge leaves scars. She made her choices. But the damage she caused didn't just stop with her downfall. It spread, and we're all still healing.